are back. I'm your host, Tigres Gamer, Selvin Garcia. On my side, I got Germán Benitez, El Dinámico.
It's happy to be back with you, Selvin. Back to MLS.
Back to MLS, back to our roots, back to everything. And we are excited for tonight's lineup that I made someone laugh. Just know about that. We got Jonathan Bond, Lucas Holter, Artur as our captain, Lawrence and Ali. We got Agustin Resch. There's nobody's taking their spot. What you think about that?
It's good to see Lucas Halter back in the starting lineup, but sadly, Antonio Carlos got hurt in the second preseason.
He'll be out for 2 weeks. Just know that.
Agustin Resch, another opportunity for him. And like you said, I agree with you. He might not let go of that spot when he comes back.
Felipe Andrade, Jack McGlynn, a surprising Héctor Herrera, a Mateo Bogus, Guillerme, and the surprise of everyone, the new signing, Duncan McGuire.
Yeah. There's rumors that Ponce is going to be leaving the team. The fact that he didn't start tonight, Bogus is trying to look for the new striker, Duncan, but couldn't find him. But the fact that Ponce didn't start speaks heavily, and kind of helps confirms those rumors.
Confirms that Duncan McGuire, 2 games, 1 goal.
It's a preseason. Let's see what he does tonight. But he stretches the field vertically.
And the other side, we got a signing, Nathan Ordaz.
Yeah, DC United spent a lot of general allocation money for Nathan. He'll be a U22 player for them. He's their star now, essentially. He starts from the bench. Hopefully we see him in the second half. But a good opportunity for the Dynamo to get 3 points tonight. The heat is real.
But the people showed up. I'm loving it. This is what soccer celebration brings to y'all. This is what they made Dynamo fans believe. We believe on Dynamo, and this stadium was packed.
So to end the pregame show, your final score prediction.
We're going to go 1-0 halftime. Goal of Duncan McGuire.
At halftime? Okay, the halftime score will be 0-0.
It's going to be 1-0.
But we'll see you at halftime. What is the saying?
H is in the town. We are back. Who we got here today?
Analia Montelongo.
What's your prediction for tonight's match?
My prediction for tonight's match is 2-1 Dynamo.
Who you think is the player you came to watch today?
Héctor Herrera.
Mexican star.
Yeah, I'm Mexican, so.
What you think about the people showing up tonight, even though it's a Wednesday game?
I think
crowd.
I think the people that showed up must really like soccer because it's 97 degrees and it's a Wednesday game, so they have to go to work tomorrow too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure things up. That allows Héctor Herrera to join besides Jack McGlynn. Duncan McGuire will look to go in behind, and Guillerme will play in that pocket of space. And with Peglo and Hopkins, they'll look to go in those wide areas to the sides of the center forwards.
In front of their home faithful here in a city that saw witness to 7 World Cup games. DC United going from left to right in their away black. A pleasure and a privilege to have you along for the ride. So great to be back with you. Christian Miles alongside former U.S. international Casey White. Casey, 2 teams that had some early season injury setbacks. Didn't make the World Cup team. Perhaps a new lease on life here in the second half. And Bogusz does the defender. He's done brilliantly. Bogusz! Stopped cold by Sean Johnson.
First or second touches. This time, there's no looseness about the touch. He knows exactly where he wants to go. He beats Kurakawa because of that, and then is able to find an angle to get a shot off.
A higher line held by Houston, who want handball. It appeals to the referee. Fall on the deaf ears of Rivas, and it breaks open for United now. Hopkins squares it across. Montano takes a look over his shoulder. Fires one high. What a hit from the Romanian. This could be their moment. What a moment it would be. Just the right time. McGlynn curls one in, and that one dealt with. Herrera belts it in. Ache. And Houston surging here at Shell Energy, 1-0.
Wonderful service from Jack McGlynn, curling in behind the back line. The first touch of what Hector Herrera does sets everything up in that moment. He cushions it perfectly down. When you do that, you immediately freeze defenders. They stop because they don't know where you're going to go next. That gives him the window of space to pick out the near post and finish.
Y al Dynamo venimos a alentar, porque el Dynamo yo soy, yo te aliento del amor, sentimiento que nace en el corazón. 1-0, Hector Herrera, our favorite player, our Mexican friend, just scored the first goal. It was a golazo.
Golazo. People who know how to play the game, they know that it's not about how fast you hit the ball. It's more about precisely putting it where the goalkeeper can't reach it. And Herrera just simply passed it to the back of the net next to the crossbar to end the first half. The Dynamo go up 1-0.
1-0, but it's not convincing me yet. It's not convincing.
Really?
The Dynamo is not controlling the game like I want it to. They're letting DC United come on and play on. For me, and I'm going to say this, taking all the colors, I think it was a penalty.
There was a controversial no call in favor of the Dynamo. That wasn't a penalty, but our friend Cancha Gamer, ¿qué te pareció la primera mitad?
Estaba muy buena.
¿Te quieres sentar con nosotros?
Aquí.
What you think about the first half?
It was good, the first half.
What you think about Hector Herrera scoring?
It was... What a goal he scored.
What you think about Herrera? What you think about this team right now? What you liking about this team?
I liking that they're playing so good and they have better position.
Do you think it was a penalty or not?
It was a penalty.
It was a penalty
Yeah.
for DC United?
I was thinking for Dynamo, bro. Nah, bro. It was not a penalty.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Shout out the Cancha Gamer on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. This is Dynamic Foxtrot heading out from the second half. H is in the town.
H-Town.
Final third.
First game since the pre-Memorial Day break. Last time in action, May 23rd. We mentioned that 4-4 draw for DC. Home against Montreal. LA Galaxy hosting Houston on May 23rd. Houston coming back from the goal down, and a second half goal from Guilherme just before the break. Meanwhile, here's Bagouche! Denied by Sean Johnson. Herrera pulls it across just over the head. Won't count against the window. Here's McGlynn. Glancing header off Siachenko, and his first touch was nearly profitable. What an introduction that would have been. Correction to the board. Herrera off. Artur stays on. Samaseko in central midfield alongside the Mexican. Long throw flicked in. Danger here and knocked out in front. DC claw on back. Or do they?
After a substitution, these are critical moments. The long throw-in goes in, battling for the first ball, battling for the second ball. Right there, it's following players, getting caught just standing on your heels. But Baribo is alive in the box. Number 9 gets in and then shows the bravery, gets on the inside shoulder of Augustine Resch and Negri, who just came into the game. Those are moments that are important. You have to stay long.
Seeking out a winner. Boy, this would be a massive coup. Here's Markovic. Kurokawa. A rare spell of possession for the visitors. Squandered now, and once again claimed by Polsek. Houston looking to build. 8 minutes added on. confirmed in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. It comes out wide. Here for the Houston Dynamo. Some fine endeavor shown by Negri, supported by his fellow South American Guilherme. He's going to go the full stretch tonight. Artur. Is there a way through? Can they pick that defensive lock? Guilherme is warming the gloves of Sean Johnson. Here's Holmes. He'll drop that shoulder, fire the cross in, and that's easy for Sean Johnson. And that may be enough.
And they've been really smart defensively, DC United. They've done a good job of keeping their blocks together.
Well, 3 countries, 2 leagues, 1 champion. Leagues Cup kicks off August 4th as MLS and Liga MX battle for the crown of North America. Your club needs you to defend your colors. Get your tickets at Leagues Cup.
You know, we played well enough, certainly, to win that game. I think you can see that. But in the end, we don't. And we find a way to only get 1 point when I think we feel like we should have gotten 3. But that's on us. You know, you got to score the second and score the third, and have, with the opportunities and the amount of soccer that we had on the night, we have to just be better and put that game away. So it's pretty simple to me. DC United, they're a hard out. They're very they're tough to beat, and the reason is they're compact, they're workmanlike, and they have plays in them that are on long throws and set pieces and these types of moments that, you know, we fell asleep a little bit on that last one, and it ended up costing us 2 points. But you can look at that, but you can also, you know, let's not skirt the responsibility of scoring goals and making sure that we put teams away when we have them at home here in the heat.
Thanks. I'll start with Jorge up front. The mic's coming your way.
Coach, good evening. Unfortunate result, like you've mentioned, right? The final third, what do you think could have been better? Lots of chances, lots of opportunities, but only 1 goal tonight.
What could have been better? You take the chances that you're given. That's it. That's it. Obviously, we'd like to put a shutout out, but you know, we should be scoring multiple goals at home. But we'll shake it off tonight. We have a quick one against a good team coming in town with Austin, and it's hot. The guys put a lot into it, and we need to figure out how to recover and turn all focus tomorrow onto Austin.
All right, Coach. In terms of team structure for today's game after the big break, was that a result of individual performances from the international friendlies, or having one eye on this game and another game on the game this weekend?
It wasn't a lot of managing minutes. It was about trying to get the points tonight, and then we'll figure out what's next.
Go to the back with Alex.
Coach, good evening.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, sir. How are you? An on-the-field question, McGuire, Ponce, McGuire. Can you talk about their performances?
Yeah, I thought both of them did okay. You know, both of them understood the game plan and helped us out defensively. But yeah, you want your forward scoring goals, right? Especially in a game like that. So we'll keep pushing them to get more looks and get more opportunities.
Coach René at some point crossed the midfield, and you were having a conversation about that. And from what I could pick up was, well, if he can do it, why can't I? Can you comment on that at all?
No, it's fine. He's, you know, again, I found him to be very likable. You know, I had a nice chat with him before. He was very complimentary of our team, and afterwards he was very, very complimentary of our team. And you know, I've been in his seat in that city, so we had a nice chat beforehand, and I wish them the best of luck.
Lastly, Coach, Halter not being allowed to come back. Obviously, you had to have words with him. Any comments on that situation?
No, we just got to make sure our protocols are right, and you know, it's complex. This concussion stuff is complex, and at the end, it's about player safety, and that trumps everything. So I have doctors, and I've got eyes in the sky from the league, and when they see certain things, even though the coach doesn't see it, That's why those are in place. Because coaches, that's why, I don't have a degree in that stuff. No, I should, because I've seen so many. But, I think he's going to be fine, but there's protocols that make sure that he's fine. And sometimes within that, within those rules, sometimes a guy is fine and he has to come out. And that's the breaks, and that's the breaks you do for safety.
Yep, back corner here.
Coach, it's the first time you faced DC United as a Dynamo head coach. Anything special about facing your former club?
Second time. First time
It's
out.
all right.
First time.
Is it?
Yeah, first time.
Here.
Yes, in Houston.
Yeah.
In Houston. Not really. Listen, I was there for 20 years. My kids grew up there. It's a special city. It's the nation's capital. It's a great place, and it's a great club. And so it is. There's always a little bit something special when you play against them, and leading into the week when you see that emblem come up in our emblem, it's I still go back to that when I see it because I spent so many times with that emblem. But each year that goes by, it like anything, like an old girlfriend, each year that goes by, it's a little less special.
How did it feel to get your first match here in Houston, first MLS match sort of under your belt?
Yeah, obviously it feels good, coming into a new environment. The team has welcomed me amazingly, and I'm very excited to get my first game under my belt. Unlucky with the result. We felt like we should have come out of there with 3 points with how well of a game we put together, but overall excited to get my first minutes, and hopefully we can get some 3 points on Saturday.
When did you find out you were starting, and how would that make you feel in your first match to be able to start?
They let me know yesterday during training. Obviously, the trust that they put in me in the first game since getting here is huge, and it's very important to me that the coaches have that trust in me, and that gives me confidence when they gave me the first start. So yeah, obviously it's exciting. Obviously wanted to get a goal and the 3 points mainly, but yeah, it's important to me that the coaches trust me and they have confidence in me.
It's obviously a new system for you. You've only been here about 2 weeks. Were there moments where you felt more really comfortable, and were there other moments where you felt sort of a little out of place because you're still getting used to what you're expected to do?
Yeah, obviously coming into a new environment and play style is a little challenging at first when you get on the field. Obviously training is its own thing, but when you go on the field it's always different. There's different pieces, but I think the guys behind me did a good job communicating where I was supposed to be on the field, when I should be pressing, when I should be holding, and what spots I should be occupying. So overall I think it went well, and I was happy with how the first game went.
How did you like the heat?
I did not like the heat. I didn't think there'd be any heat worse than Orlando, but somehow it's way worse here. So that'll take some getting used to, but yeah.
Will that be more difficult than getting used to the system, you think?
Yeah, obviously just the amount of strain it takes on your body playing in the summer here is insane. But yeah, hopefully through training and playing more and more minutes, I can adjust and hopefully go longer in games and build more in my legs.
You got another one on Saturday. Is that, you mentioned you hadn't dealt with this heat before with the quick turnaround. Do you have to change anything, sort of getting used to this heat and another game so quickly?
Yeah, I think it's having 2 days is more than enough time to adjust and get your body set for the next game. Obviously it's tough playing a Wednesday, Saturday, but I think 2 days is plenty of time to get your body back to where it should be for another game.
And what did you think of the crowd and the environment in the first post-World Cup match?
Yeah, it felt great. Obviously Wednesdays are always going to be less than a Saturday, but I still felt that the crowd was behind us. I felt the chants, and I could hear them on the field, which is usually a hard thing. Usually you're focused on the game and you kind of forget about the fans, but there were moments where I could hear the chants and the drums, and it's always important for the players on the field to hear the crowd behind us.
Jonathan,
Yes.
what could have done better to win that game?
We had a lot of chances. we have to just put some of those chances away, kill the game. But we always know, as long as the game is 1-0, it's always still alive, and you leave yourself susceptible a little bit to a set piece or a lucky play or something, and that's what happened. We knew that we needed to kill the game, but we just couldn't find that second goal, and we got punished.
Did DC United, when obviously you got mad after the first goal that DC United scored, what was it said?
No, it's a sloppy set piece. We have to win the first contact on the long throw in. When they win it, they flick it on. It's kind of a little bit of a lottery as to who it falls to, and it fell to them, and obviously they scored, and suddenly then we're chasing the winner. It's difficult.
How do it feel being back, sir, after time off? I know Coach talked about nobody being through this before, the time off, the preseason again. Was it good to get back on the field at least?
It was, yeah. We finished the first part of the season really strongly, so the break came at a bit of a strange time, well, not ideal time for us because we wanted to kind of keep the momentum. And I feel like performance-wise we definitely picked back up where we left off. Obviously the result's a bit disappointing to draw at home. But yeah, the performance was really good. We can't be too angry at ourselves. Another day we probably win that 3 or 4-1.
Yes, sir. With Antonio Carlos being out for a little bit, Agustin Resch taking more of a role, how are you working with them? There's a lot of communication back there, and you guys have to get to know each other.
No, I love playing with Resch, to be honest. He played a lot of games before the break. Lucas was injured, I think, after 3 or 4 games. He's great, honestly. It's amazing that he is as kind of young as he is in terms of experience. Doesn't look it, he wins everything in the air. He's very good on the ball. He's pretty quick and good defender, really good. So I enjoy playing with him a lot too.
Lastly, real quick, you didn't grow up in this type of weather, did you?
No, I didn't. It was complete opposite. But honestly, when I left LA, I went back to England, and then obviously I took my family, and I think that was a shock for my wife. And then obviously the opportunity to come here. We knew it was going to be warmer, which was kind of a plus point, but it's seriously warm today. It was a really, really hot one.
It's hot.
It is very hot. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nathan, congratulations on your DC United debut. Just tell us the feelings, the sensations afterwards.
Yeah, I have high expectations for myself and for the team as well, as the team does. And, we wanted to come out with a good result, and I think everybody's happy to get the point after such a hard game with the heat. And, it's just tough to play at this crazy heat.
Absolutely. Talk about the move itself and how do you take it? It's a significant investment from DC United, and how that it's a big step. I would say it's a big step in your career.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment, right? Obviously, someone paying for you means that they want you, and I'm trying to just do the best with that. I'm trying to shine myself and help the team win as well, and hopefully, that works out for the best.
And my last one is, how's the acclimation going to the DC, the DMV area? Have you felt that warmth by the Salvadorian people in the area?
Well, I haven't been out much yet, so once I go out, I'm sure I will. There's still been a couple of fans that have DM'd me and messaged me, and I appreciate it. And yeah, it's just going to take some time to get used to as well.
Good deal. Best of luck in DC.
Thank you.
Nathan, New Jersey, new number, a new partner.
Yeah.
What is your impression?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm excited to play for DC, and I'm excited to help the team win. To win is always my goal, and to have a big role in it is always a good thing.
Nathan, en español, en ese equipo, en DC han dejado huellas, Raúl Díaz Arce, Ronald Cerritos, Eliseo Quintanilla. ¿Cuál es la impresión de Nathan ahora en una nueva plaza?
¿Puedes decir otra vez?
¿Cuál es what do you impression del nuevo escenario como es DC, un equipo histórico?
He's basically saying there's like a lot of Salvadorian legends that have played for DC United. You're the next one.
Yeah, pues yo no sabía eso antes de venir, pero hay muchos salvadoreños que me están diciendo eso, y yo voy a take it con respect, and I'm going to try my best to follow their steps.
Nuevamente bienvenido a Houston, has venido con la selección salvadoreña, has venido ahorita con LA, ahora vienes con un nuevo club. En los partidos anteriores no se te había dado el resultado, ahora por lo menos te llevas un empate de Houston.
sorry.
Previous results, you know, there were ties.
Yeah.
Were not so good. Now you got a tie in Houston.
Ah,
Overall thoughts.
yeah. Sí, es grande para empatar, pero también yo quiero ganar cada juego que yo juego. Y este equipo tenemos un goal para estar en el playoffs y para pelear por trofeos. Y nosotros queremos ganar. Y tenemos un juego sábado y es una muy grande oportunidad para ganar.
Importante para ti, no entras de titular, pero entras al minuto 67, el gol cae al minuto 78, importante, ¿no? Tuviste un contragolpe en un tiro de esquina que si no te quitan el zapato hubieras creado problemas en la portería contraria, ¿no?
Sí. Es un equipo que es muy fuerte y pelean y faltan y es parte del juego. Pero yo estoy muy feliz para tener un parte del gol. Gracias.
Wow, this is disappointment. Disappointment. How you gonna win on friendlies? We can't do it today. Germán?
The Houston Dynamo had a 1-0 lead at halftime, and they saw themselves give it up in the second half. Final score of 1-1 here at Shell Energy Stadium tonight. MLS is back. The Dynamo disappointment is back from my guy Selvin. I hate the result, but I like what I saw from the Dynamo attacking-wise, Selvin. Under Ben Olsen and in the first half of the season, there wasn't a clear goal-scoring opportunities being created. Tonight, at least I felt the Dynamo be the aggressor, try to create this. It's 1-1, but it could have easily been 3-1. Bogusz had two major opportunities saved by the DC United goalkeeper, Selvin.
Are we going to talk about why? The question is why you don't pass the ball. At the one opportunity you had, tap it in for Ponce. Why be that selfish player again? You need to win that game. If Ponce would have scored today, we would have been here right now talking about Duncan McGuire started, but Ponce scored. Now you're going to talk about McGuire and Ponce had minutes, didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
This is a sad result, but I want to say something. Yes, you love that Guillermo. Yes, you love that Bogusz. But I want you to try Lingard, because Lingard know how to contribute on passes. And tonight, for Lingard to be in bench, it's like, no. You need Lingard right there, because he gave a great assist against América de Cali to win it off 2-1.
Yeah.
And now that you have, who else? Lingard bench. When Lingard played against Olimpia was another level.
But where would you put Lingard? Because this team only plays with one striker. Is Lingard a striker? Or where would you put him on the pitch? Are you going to bench Duncan for Lingard?
I would have done something that Ben Olsen did on Wednesday against América Cali. Subbing off Ponce, Guillermo on the left and putting Lingard.
I agree with that.
And then what he did was bring on Bogusz, take Bogusz to the left, put Lingard to the right, and the result was a 2-1 that saved us a penalty.
I agree. I think Lingard is a good sub for the wingers, not as a striker.
Not as a striker, but he's a good sub. Also,
what did you think of Duncan's and Ponce's performance?
I'm going to give a rating of 1 out of 10. I'm going to give McGuire a 4 out of 10 because he didn't show today the quality that he showed to the two friendlies. Ponce, I'm going to give him, and I'm going to put on Ponce's shoes. I get you. You don't get no good centers, good crosses to score, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. The only reason is because the crosses were off, and he was always arguing with someone give a good cross. Dynamo, please work on your crosses.
Yeah. Dwayne Holmes had one right to the goalkeeper, right to the goalkeeper. When there was 3 men waiting in the box on your right foot, that's unacceptable. I agree with what you're saying. We need to make sure those crosses create goal-scoring opportunities that we can judge Ponce or Duncan on.
Can we also judge why if Matthew Herrera is playing so great, why reserve again? Why? My question is, he dominates everything.
Yep.
He's one of the 2 players.
He's competing. I'll answer your question. So he's not gonna start. Who are you gonna bench? You're not gonna bench Hector Herrera. You're not gonna bench Arthur. You're not gonna bench McGlynn. So he's gonna compete for bench minutes with Sissoko. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing the name. Samaseku. That's who he's competing with for minutes. And Samaseku, anytime he's had an opportunity, he's a solid player.
Solid player, but now.
So we have a good problem in the sense that there's a lot of talent in the midfield. But in the future, Arana could be the future of that Dynamo midfield.
What I'm thinking is that...
Now, if there's an injury, that's an opportunity for him, right?
What I'm thinking is that Matthew Herrera is a player that can come up. You give him 10, 15 minutes, he's in the show. He's in the show, he's selling. Yeah. I want Ben Olsen to give him minutes, Saturday, at least 10 minutes, to prove himself, to prove what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
He debuted,
and he might, because it's a 3-day rest between the games, right? So I'm not saying there'll be lineup changes, but they'll be managing minutes on a short week.
When I'm gonna answer your question right now, Agustin. I'm gonna answer your question right now, but wow, Agustin Resch, what a solid player. He hasn't given a single opportunity go down.
Agustin Resch. Yeah. That's I'm glad you brought that up, because Lucas Halter was forced to come out for a concussion protocol, and he was subbed off for Eric Bianchenko. There was some confusion during that substitution.
That we don't know what happened.
Right.
That Lucas Halter, all I saw was that he threw his Powerade to the ground. He didn't want to drink nothing.
Right.
And he was like, I'm good.
Yeah, he was forced to come out because of the concussion protocol. To your credit, the other center back, Agustin Resch, it's one of these youngsters that opportunities come up, and he keeps performing, man.
If he keeps performing, now that we saw Messi, De Paul, we had that midfielder from Atlanta United,
Thiago
Almada. We can have Agustin Resch fighting for a future spot in Argentina squad.
Otamendi's getting old, right?
Otamendi, I'm sorry. I love you and everything, but your time is off. You and Messi, your time is off. I love you.
And as we look forward to this weekend, Saturday, Austin FC comes to town. What are your early impressions of that game?
A game that is going to be played tough. What Austin FC did that first game was, okay, they came up, and I'm going to say this, they came up, every time they played, Dynamo had the ball, defense was already coming into the midfield. Midfield was attacking with the attackers. They were forcing the left back, the right back to go up as line of 5 for the midfield. And there was something that it got me into thinking, if Dynamo controls that middle earlier in the minutes, they can control the game. Because the one thing is, okay, if the left back is going up, go up, make the false, make the run. You're not offside. It would be great to see Austin FC struggle, because we saw in Austin that they struggle. Nobody scored, and Jonathan Bond was frustrated, and he's ready to play that game too.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a tough match on Saturday. at home. I think the Dynamo need to get 3 points after they wasted. They let 2 get away tonight. You're at home. You need to get 3 against a state rival, and they need to capitalize on that.
Capitalize, and one thing that I'm gonna say, and this is for thank you soccer celebration. You helped us on the fans tonight.
You like the fan turnout.
Even though it wasn't a Saturday, it was a Wednesday night. 70,000 people showed up to the stadium.
Yeah,
Like-
solid turnout. In hot weather.
In hot weather,
I mean,
like,
we're freaking sweating right now.
we sweating. All I'm thinking right now is a cold ice cream.
All right, you can get the cold ice cream at the house. Take us away.
Takes us away? Not yet, because I'm still gonna say, be ready. Show up Friday as well. H is in the town. We see you Friday night with another game day.